Hi there everyone, good evening. My name is Ellie. Welcome to our live broadcast today. I want to just get started by saying hello to you all and just pointing out the share button in the just below me here. And just below the video, sorry. Share it with your parents, share it with any of your friends that are joining us, and just make sure they're a part of this. As I said, my name's Ellie. I work here at the National Leadership Academies and the National Academy of Future Physicians and Medical Scientists.
Share it with your parents, share it with any of your friends.
I've got a little bit of echo here, so let me just work out what's going on. Is that better, Michelle? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you just fine every once in a while. I can hear an echo.
Very bizarre. Sorry about that, everyone. So yes, live chat is to your right of the screen, and please do post your questions and comments and everything like that. But I do really want to introduce you to Michelle. A lot of you have probably either spoken to Michelle, or your parents have spoken to Michelle, or you've spoken to one of Michelle's team. Michelle is our Director of Admissions. Michelle?
Well, hello. We're so glad that you all could join us today, and really excited, especially to see you all in less than 2 months. So, do you want to see if we can? We're good.
Yes, sorry, I've now fixed that. I realized that I had an additional YouTube window open, and that's a silly technical difficulty for me. So I do apologize, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, as I said, questions in the left, as I'm sure you all know, so please do post those and we'll get to them. First off, we're going to start with some kind of basic questions and things that I know that you all want to know and make sure that you have right, so that when you arrive, there is no question about it. So first off, schedule. What on earth are you all going to be doing for the 3 days that you're in town? Well, if you haven't already seen, the schedule has been released. It was released on Facebook a few days ago, and you were also sent an email about it. So that's a preliminary schedule. It's an outline of your 3 days, and just bear in mind, these are real people. This is a real event. Things change that are out of our control, and so that may shift around a little bit, but that is our target, our aim for, and as it is right now. So please do check it out. It's available on FutureDocs.com/schedule. It's on our Facebook page, and it should also be in those groups that you guys are all a member of. Michelle, did you want to just outline a little bit anything about the schedule?
Well, it's going to be a phenomenal experience for everyone. I've been able to attend the last few years, and it is going to be life-changing. A lot of fantastic speakers, people that will really be amazing mentors for you and your future. And to me, what I think is really awesome and amazing is that you guys have working for you just a really awesome team that are putting together something that really will make a difference for you and your future in college and your careers and all of that. So just really come prepared to write a lot of stuff down, because you're going to need to, but come prepared for a life-changing experience.
Fabulous. Well, I just want to point out there are a couple of questions that have come in so far about dress and what to bring, and those couple of things that we're going to cover off the bat are going to cover that exactly, and then of course we're going to go back and take any specific questions as well. So first off, let's get right down to business. Arriving. Day one, minute one. Where do we go? What do we do? When do we even get there? So Michelle, where and when are our delegates arriving to?
All right. Well, first off is that we're all arriving to the Congress Center on the campus of University of Massachusetts Lowell. And many of you have probably already received different emails that I've sent out. They're called Travel Tips and Treasures, for one. And there are links in those emails that give you direct Google Maps on where to go and how to get there. So it's right there. It'll give you whatever instructions that you need. And so, yes, we will all be there. We'll all be converging on the University of Massachusetts Lowell campus on June 25th. Now, first day, we have a little bit of a later start time. And so the doors will be opening about 4 or 4:30, and the event actually starts at 6 p.m. So as you can imagine, with all of the excitement for the event, that there's a throng of people, and it's kind of fun just being there, because people, you'll see them swing in the day before just to make sure they got the right place, and they'll come and they'll just they'll be walking around out on the outside. So there'll be a lot of people there. It'll be a great chance for you to try to just get your bearings and introduce yourself to people that are all around you. So doors will open between 4 and 4:30, and then the event actually starts at 6, and that will run until around 10:30, 11 o'clock-ish. And then we'll be letting out at that point.
And as Michelle said, show up at 4:30, show up before 4:30. We'll all be there. Some of Michelle's team, our admissions counselors, who I'm sure many of you have spoken to, will be mingling and mixing around outside and answering last-minute questions. And it's just a great opportunity to just hang out. And if it's a great day, there's a bunch of green space.
It's beautiful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the where and when to be there. Michelle, what if you're traveling with the overnight program? When should we be arriving?
Okay, well, if you're traveling in with the overnight program, that's a little bit of a different situation, because you're going to be being picked up at either a bus station, a train station, or at the airport. And all of the flights will be coming into, and the majority of people will be coming in via air, and that will be at the Boston, or in the airport there in Boston. So if you are coming in, and this is also something you will be receiving emails from us if you are in the overnight program, so that you will have a little bit better, clearer view in writing, not just hearing it from me. But what we need you to do is we need you to be flying in sometime the day of on the 25th, and try to be there sometime before noon, because it does take a little while to get everybody in and on their buses to where we need to go in University of Massachusetts Lowell campus, to get you checked into your dorm room, and then get you over to the Songus Center. So there will be buses that will be picking people up at either the train station, the bus station, or the airport, from early in the morning until, well, actually all day. But in order to make sure that you're going to get there and be there when the event starts, try to be there by noon. And there'll be buses running very, very frequently. So if you missed one, you'll be catching another in just a few minutes. So don't freak out about that. But just try to be there as early as you can in the morning, so that that we can make sure that you don't miss anything on the first day.
Absolutely. And guys, I've done a program just like this when I was in high school. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to the airport and I'm going to meet the chaperone there. Our chaperones, as Michelle said, there's details all in the emails, but they'll be there to meet you at the airport or train station, clearly identifiable, and they will tell you where to go. You don't have to find that bus on your own. You just need to go and meet them. It's usually at the information desk, but again, we'll just check those emails for any differences. Usually the information desk. Meet your overnight program guide, and they'll take you to the bus and then over to the campus. Don't worry if you can't get a flight by noon into Boston. Don't be like, I'm not going to make it. You will. It's okay. But that's just the best possible scenario, is for you to arrive before noon. Now, couple of comments here in the live chat section that I'm seeing that says people haven't got the emails that Michelle's referring to. Okay, what I need you to do, number one, go to your inbox. Go to your, if it's on your phone or on your computer or wherever it is, search for the email address, admissions at FutureDocs.com. Admissions at FutureDocs.com. That's the from address. That's what we're sending you emails from. And those are updates that have been coming to you since the day you enrolled, and now will be coming to you quite frequently with video updates from Richard, as we're less than 60 days away. So make sure you're getting those emails. If you're not getting those emails, send us a message on Facebook.
Yes.
And make sure that you send us your correct email address and your full name, and we'll make sure that your email address is correct. And if we still have any problems, then we'll sort that out with you. But search your inbox, admissions at FutureDocs.com. These are killer emails, and you're going to get killer video updates from Richard as we lead up, including some like secret bonus content and a really cool competition that I'm running this year as well. So check your inbox. Make sure you're getting the emails. They're really important.
Amen to that. coming from my team. Amen
Right?
to that. Absolutely. And, and we send out a lot of emails, and sometimes people just haven't been looking in the right place. So it's really good that you're giving them that heads up, so we make sure everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing and where.
Absolutely. And just wanted to pick up on the overnight program. This is an add-on program. So if you're not currently registered for the overnight program, or you don't know if you're registered for the overnight program, please verify that you are, because you may not be. The overnight program is an add-on for students to be able to stay on campus while they're at the Congress. It's the 3 days, accommodation, and transportation to and from the event center to wherever you're arriving. So if you're not sure whether or not that's you, either call the admissions office or go online to FutureDocs.com/confirm. That's your delegate update center. Log in and you'll be able to see if you are. If you are registered for the overnight program and you know you are, make sure you've already logged into the delegate update center and entered in all your information. So when you're arriving, when you're leaving, your emergency contact, because we have to know that so that we can know where to pick you up and know when to drop you back. So please do make sure that you've done that if you haven't already.
Thanks, Ellie.
No problem. So, okay, burning question. I've seen a bunch of things about this. What on earth do these students, but these delegates, bring with them when they're at the Congress? What should they have in their hand? What should they definitely not bring?
All right. Well, first off, the very, very first thing that I would give you a piece of advice is make sure that whatever it is that you bring with you is something that you feel quite comfortable carrying around with you all day long. So make sure that you're keeping it compact and easily transportable. I see students come in that delegates that will have like a briefcase, which becomes really cumbersome, or that they didn't bring anything to hold their stuff in. And so in between and on breaks, or when we're making some switches within the room, there is a lot of stuff that's just left lying around that we don't know who they belong to. But within whatever it is that you're going to use to bring your things in, make sure that you have something to write on, to take notes. That's really going to be really essential. You will have a program, but I would say bring something, a small journal, a small notebook, something that's a good size for you, compact for you to be able to write notes. And obviously, along with writing notes, make sure that you have at like 2 different writing instruments, whether it be a pencil, a pen, whatever, but don't bring one, because there's a chance that one of them won't work. And you're going to have a lot of stuff that you want to be able to write down. Make sure that you bring your cell phone. There will be many places for you to be able to charge if you need to, but it's going to be essential, especially if you're coming with your parents, so that you can communicate back and forth while you're at the event, that you have your cell phone with you and that it is fully charged at the beginning of the day. All right, but so this is what's in your bag. What is outside of your bag that is essential for you to bring are your credentials. You can't get in without your credentials. What are your credentials? Credentials is basically the badge that will be mailed to you about a week before the event. And so this is and security is very, very tight about you have your credentials or you don't come in. So make sure that you always have your credentials with you. I'd like to do a caveat to that. What don't you bring with you to the event? You are not allowed to bring any outside food or beverages with you. So make sure that if you're coming with your parents and you're going to have a car, leave a little cooler or something in your car. If you've got snacks that you want to be able to stop and eat, that's great. But you can't bring it in with you. Inside the actual arena there are a lot of food options, a lot of beverage options. For those of you who need your morning coffee, that would be me. There's a Starbucks in there as well. So there's a lot of options for you for food. But just make sure that you do not bring food in with you. As far as money goes, you can bring cash. They do not take Apple Pay. So make sure that you have, if you're going to bring cash, that it's somewhere where it's secure on your person. And I see a lot of delegates that will come, their parents will have bought them like a Visa gift card or something like that. And that's just kind of a nice way for them to be able to keep what money that they need during the day in one really safe and small place. Did I miss anything, Ellie?
No, I just actually want to pick up a bunch of questions that have just come in on this.
Yay.
Yes, you absolutely can bring a backpack.
Yes.
Maybe you don't want to bring a backpack because you're going to have to carry around with you all day. But yeah, you absolutely can have one. Just no giant bags. You know, don't show up to the event center. And this, by the way, is an absolute no. Don't show up from the airport and try and bring your luggage in, because you will not be able to bring your luggage in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a small backpack, absolutely. That is absolutely fine. You can absolutely do that. That's no problem. Because of course, you know, you might have your iPad in it, you might have a notebook in it, whatever it may be, you're going to need something to carry around in. So that's no problems whatsoever. Your credentials, I just want to point something out there. In the next couple of days, you're going to receive an email from Richard just confirming your mailing address and making sure that we have the right mailing address for you, that we can send you your credentials. So if you haven't received those emails from admissions@futuredocs.com, now is the time to check that you have, because otherwise you cannot confirm that your mailing address is correct. Another way to do it is just to sign into the Delegate Update Center. So that's futuredocs.com/confirm, and make sure that your mailing address in there is correct. If it's correct, you don't need to do anything. If it's not, make sure you make the changes necessary so then we can send your credential to you. Okay, so just double check that. Again, the email's going out in a couple of days to remind you if you don't do it already.
I want to, can I add a quick note to that though, guys, as well, is that sometimes things get weird in the mail or whatever, and we have sometimes delegates that will say, I didn't get my credentials in time, and I just stress the importance of you're not getting in without your credentials. There will be the opportunity to reprint credentials there if you need to, if you didn't get them in time or any of that. It will just save you huge amounts of time if you make sure that you bring them with you, because the line for reprinting of credentials can get really long the first day. So just, yeah.
Absolutely. And by the way, in your credential mailing, there'll also be a parent badge, a family badge in there too. So your parents will have one when it's mailed to you, okay? Again, I just want to pick up something that someone said, because I just think that people might be concerned about this as well. You do not have to be enrolled in the overnight program in order to attend the Congress. That's an optional extra. You don't have to do it to come. You can be, but you don't have to be.
The overnight program is specifically for delegates whose parents cannot attend with them. So we really encourage parents to come, because it's really going to change the what you're going to be communicating with back and forth between parents and yourselves. So and it's a great opportunity for them to be able to actually to see and experience this along with you. So the overnight program is only for students that are not having their parents attend, or there are some people where parents just want their kids to have that early college experience, but that doesn't happen very often. Most of the overnight program students are ones that their parents cannot attend. So if your parents are coming, you're probably okay.
Yes. A couple of things. So I just want to pull out some things that we're going to cover because people are asking questions about it. So I'm about to ask Michelle about traveling home plans. So we'll go over that. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the seating situation, where are parents going to be and where should they sit. And then I'm going to talk about the dress code as well. So just to bear in mind, those are the next three things that are coming up. So I know that there are a lot of questions about that. Okay, so Michelle, first and foremost, when do we leave? When are we going home?
Okay.
What time? When does the Congress finish? When are we leaving the building?
Okay, obviously, you all have seen that the Congress runs the 25th through the 27th. Well, what you really need to be aware of before you make your plans for returning home is that we will not be done on the 27th until after 10 p.m.
Right.
So you won't be flying out on the 27th unless you're planning on catching a 1 a.m. flight on the 28th. I mean, actually, you won't be flying out then on the 27th. So the best thing for you to do is to plan on your travel arrangements, to plan leaving the morning afterwards, or if you want to do any sightseeing later on in the afternoon or the evening the day after, because you will not, you'll be missing part of the Congress if you have to leave prior to the actual end. If you make your travel arrangements for the 27th. So remember, don't plan on leaving till the 28th. The Congress gets out and done. It's usually between 10 and 11 o'clock p.m.
Absolutely. And just as an FYI, the actual program for the Congress and the speakers and the day events, that generally gets finished around dinner time, around dinner break, and then we lead into the award ceremony and the dance. So don't miss that. Don't leave early. There's a big portion of the Congress left to go, even after the speakers are done for the day. Now, Michelle, what about if you're traveling with the overnight program? When are you leaving then?
If you're traveling with the overnight program, it's going to be the same thing, is that you will not be leaving until the day after the event. And we will be starting buses before dawn to get students, to get you all to your bus station, train station, or the airport. And those, like when you came in, they'll be running very frequently. Be aware, if you're in the overnight program, that the people that will be over the overnight program that will help you with orientation, all of that, they will be giving you a card that'll tell you what time your bus is going to be leaving based on the information that you put in the Delegate Update Center. So please, another plug, make sure if you're in the overnight program that all of your travel information is in the Delegate Update Center, because we start orchestrating which bus you're supposed to be on and making sure that we've got people to get you to and from.
Absolutely. So just a little recap there. Leaving day is the 28th. So the Congress is going to finish late on the 27th, and we're going to be leaving on the 28th. If you're with the overnight program, your bus is going to take you to the airport train station on the 28th. Now remember, arrival day, 25th. If you're with the overnight program, you want to try and arrive before noon, kind of latest, I would say about 3, but we're still going to have people there to pick you up if you do arrive later, but that's just to make sure that you don't miss a thing on day 1. So make sure you're there before 3 so you don't miss a thing. So arriving 25th into either Logan International Airport or Boston South Station, the overnight team are going to bring you over to UMass Lowell. If you're not traveling with the overnight program, doors open at 4:30. So make sure you're at the Songer Center on the UMass Lowell campus for 4:30 on the 25th. Okay. If you are traveling with the overnight program and you're being driven, you're going to be dropped off at the UMass Lowell campus as well. And again, just check your emails for all of the details on the exact address where you need to be dropped. It's the rec center on the UMass Lowell campus. But again, just check your emails to make sure you have all of that information. Admissions at FutureDocs.com. Search your inbox. Have your parents search their inbox. They're all getting them too. And that will all become very, very clear to you. Okay, so next 2 things, seating and what to wear. There are a lot of questions about what to wear. So before we answer that, Michelle, there are a lot of questions here about the overnight program. So I'm just going to answer some of these quickly. What do we need to bring for the overnight program specifically? There is a packing list available. It has been emailed to you. Again, admissions at FutureDocs.com. It's in there. I believe the subject is packing list. If not, please send us a message on Facebook and we'll send it to you. Is lunch and dinner included? No. Breakfast is the only thing included in the overnight program. Lunch and dinner, you're going to be with everyone else at the event center, at the Songer Center for the Congress. So you guys, Michelle was talking about food earlier. You can get food while you're there, okay? And let me see here. I think that's everything so far about the overnight program that I could see. I'm so sorry if I've skipped anyone there. Okay. Seating situation. First things first, I want to say that you absolutely can bring your parents. Yes, please do. we'd love for them to come. And I'm going to let Michelle walk you through a little bit of what the seating situation is and what the restriction is on parent seating while I bring up a little map for her so that she can talk about that.
Well, first off, I'd like to amen to what Ellie just said, is that parents are really, please come, please come. The opening night that it is a first come, first serve. And usually when people come in with their parents, everybody wants to be to the opening night. And we can't always accommodate everybody. So what we do say is you can bring one parent. So that's what we will guarantee that you'll be able to get in, is one parent with you for the opening night. Day 2 and day 3. So on the 26th and the 27th, typically there are less parents that come. And so if both of the parents would like to attend on those days, there is not going to be any problem at all. So please, please, please. If you're the parent that isn't coming on the opening day, you will be getting a link so that you can watch the live feed. So you will be able to watch it from your hotel room. So don't think you're going to be missing anything with that. Hopefully, I'm going to assume, Ellie, that everyone can see this.
So if you click, you see in the bottom corner of your screen, there's a little picture of this. If you just click on that, and it'll blow up to the whole size of the screen. Or am I already doing that?
For me, I can see it on the whole entire size of the screen.
Okay.
So
when you start talking, it's going to switch. So if you click on that when you start talking, so it stays your whole screen, then everyone will be able to see that when you're. And do you know what? I'm just going to talk about it because it's already here. Okay. So you should be able to see this diagram, everyone. If Michelle can see it, I'm going to believe that everyone can. And I think you can see my mouse. Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So there is a restriction on seating for day 1 for parents only. You're going to see here all of this blue section, right? This is all seating available for delegates. Delegates, you're going to sit on the floor, and parents are going to sit on the top here. Away from you guys, so you guys have your own experience and you're all together, and there's going to be parents up along the sides there, okay? So just so you know, that's going to be the situation. You're going to come in here, and you're going to get badge reprints here that we were talking about earlier. Michelle and her team is going to be stationed right here, so make sure you go and say hello to them. And you're going to be on the main floor in front of the stage, and on the sides here, parents away from you. You can sit with your parents if you want to. I implore you, I really hope that you guys will try sitting in the delegate seating first. If you're not a fan of it, go and sit with your parents, but just give it a try for an hour. And then parents over here. Now let me come away from here and stop sharing. Perfect. Okay. Now, Michelle, restriction on.
Okay. One, as Ellie said, is you're welcome to sit with your parents, but be aware of one thing. Parents do not sit in the designated delegate sections. They do not.
And they will be removed.
And yeah, and actually the first year that I came, I got to kind of be a bouncer. It was really fun. And it's just like, guys, I love you. And thanks so much for coming with your students, with your delegates. You can't sit here. You're going to have to go to the parents section. So just please be aware of that. I'm going to give you my little hint. And I've had so many parents that have come up to me after the first day that have said that was a great hint, guys. On that map, you saw that there's the stage, and all the seating behind the stage is family seating as well. Well, you can, from behind that stage, there's a screen, and so you'll be able to see everything and from the back side of that screen. If you're a parent and want to be able to really hear the content of everything that's happening, that is going to be the best place for you to sit. You are going to be able to so engage in what's happening because you won't have to be watching everything that's happening with all of the delegates on the floor and all of that. It will, if you really want to be able to engage with the speakers for parents, that's where you want to be. The reason I say engaging is the areas that we have set aside for the delegates, that's where they're going to be the most engaged. They're right by the stage, they're right up close to what's happening. And obviously the parents' seatings are in areas where they're not right up there close to the stage. So please be aware that.
And Michelle, I just wanna make sure that we get across here that on day 1, it is the case versus day 2 and 3. That's what I just want to make sure is across here.
That day 1 that they, okay, yes. But just please be aware, you'll also be getting on your programs, that map that you just saw will be printed on your programs. So be looking for it. It's usually on the back, and it will show the areas, the sections that parents can sit in, and the areas and sections that delegates can sit in. I want to make another comment about the whole not sitting with your parents. You will, when you're sitting with all of the delegates, you're going to be around other people that really do think the same way you do. And so it's really going to give you the opportunity to just connect with everybody around there. There'll be a lot of different breakout sessions and things that will be going on where you will be doing some connecting with people around you. One of the comments that I hear all the time as well from parents are, and they do this with a chuckle in their voice, is they say, I haven't seen my son or my daughter since 8 a.m. when we got here. They've ditched me, and it's chuckle, 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 and they're happy about it because it's going to be an amazing experience. And this experience is about you, and it's not about the parents. And so this is something that that something is being created that is really going to let you connect with people that have your same dreams and desires and speak the same language.
Absolutely. And so I just want to now go through that restriction there. So day 1 of the Congress, first day, 25th, 1 parent, 1 family member per delegate coming into the event center. That is because day 1, everyone wants to be there. Everyone wants to come in. Everyone wants to check it out. Everyone wants to know what's going on. So we have to restrict it to 1 parent, 1 family member on day 1 to make sure that we can get everyone in and everyone has a fair opportunity to get one of their family members in. Remember, there will be access to a live stream. So, if you're not too fussed about coming on day 1, or you have other family members with you that want to see what's going on, you can check it out on our live stream. That link will be distributed to you via email on day 1. So on the morning of day 1, so you'll have it well in advance. Again, admissions@futuredocs.com. Make sure you have it saved in your contacts book so you're getting emails from us, and if you haven't received any so far, search your inbox for them. Day 1, 1 parent, 1 family member in with you to the Congress. Please don't be the one that tries to be the exception to the rule, because guess what? Then someone else can't have their parent come in.
Exactly.
So please, 1 parent, 1 family member on opening night, just on opening night. And then day 2 and 3, they can come. Your brother can come, your mum can come, your dad can come. But day 1, just 1 family member with you, and we'll give them the live stream. I promise you, it's a really great experience to watch it online as well. They can put it on the big screen in the hotel and pretend they're there with you as well. So just day 1, 1 parent, 1 family member. 2 and 3, no restriction. We will obviously have to play to fire code, so if there is ever a situation where we have too many people in the event center, that comes up, but that won't happen. I guarantee you that won't happen. Just on night 1. So that's why we restrict it to 1 per student. And we will that's why there's 1 family badge. Only 1 family badge per student can come in on day 1, and on day 2 you can pick up extra family badges from the badge reprint desk. And there isn't a line for those because they're not going to be printed on for the 2nd day, so you can just pick those up from there and go on into the Congress. But you have to have that one with you for day 1. With the family badge, we won't be giving them out, so please make sure, and we will know that it's that one. Michelle, the next biggest question, I'm going to just check through this stream right now, but could you just really quickly go over dress code?
Okay.
Sorry, just escaped me.
That's okay. That is okay. All right, dress code is business casual. So what is business casual? Business casual is not full dress business wear, which would be suits and ties and that like a skirt suit or a regular pantsuit. This is where you're just making it a little bit more casual, but it's still appropriate for business. Now, the point of this is that you guys are exceptional people, exceptional young people that are about ready to embark on an exceptional career. And typically when you are going to a job interview or you are working in the field of medicine, that there is something that's expected of a dress code, and that's what we've set it at, is business casual. So what that looks like is slacks, collared shirts, nothing with lots of logos and things like that on it, but something that you would wear to a day on the job or to an interview. What is it not? It's not jeans, it's not tennis shoes, it's not sweatpants or leggings. It is professional adult attire.
Absolutely. And I just want to piggyback off that and say, you're going to be meeting some incredible people, leaders in medicine, the people that you want to aspire to. So please make sure that you are dressed appropriately to meet those people, because you will be.
Yes.
So don't dress yourself in such a way that you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm wearing this and I'm going to meet blah, 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 because, that is going to affect you. So just make sure that is the case. Now, I'm just going to take some time to just go through this live stream here. And I was hoping I might be able to get it on here. Yes, I can. Perfect. So I'm going to go through some of these questions. There's a dance. Do we have to go? No, the dance is absolutely optional. You don't have to come. Again, I encourage you to check it out, at least for a little bit. But you do not have to be there. What is a good hotel to stay at nearby? Again, there's a huge list of hotels that we can recommend and Michelle's team can recommend. Michelle, maybe you want to say something about that?
Well, actually, we have sent some emails that there is a link in there that's called A-Res, and we've created a website that's something like Kayak or just one of your travel websites, and it's very specific for this event. And so it will give you all the hotels starting from closest to furthest, what their price range is, and that you can get on there and make some reservations from that point. So it's really super user friendly. So again, if you haven't received any emails, make sure that you've been checking that you're getting it from the admissions. If you haven't received those emails, or you just would like us to send you a quick email, you can call us or send something to the Facebook page, or send us an email to admissions@futuredocs.com, and then we can make sure that we get that link for you specifically. But it's really quite helpful.
Perfect. There's a question here about having difficulty with, or having bad eyes, and is there a guaranteed spot for you in the front? If you have any requirements like that, please log into the Delegate Update Center, futuredocs.com/confirm, and there is some kind of different things that you can request there if you need it. Otherwise, please reach out to Michelle directly, yes, and she'll be able to organize that for you, or Michelle's team, I should say. Let's see what else here. Any shuttle services? Michelle, are there any shuttle services to the Congress from hotels nearby?
That is not something that we are orchestrating, but some of the hotels will possibly have have a shuttle that you can use. That is something you're going to need to contact your individual hotel about. It is not something that we are orchestrating. That being said, as we will have some services between some of the larger parking lots, so to help out with that, but it's not something that we can get you to and from your hotel through a shuttle. One suggestion I would have is that the Facebook pages are a really awesome opportunity for you to connect with people that are coming from the same area. And so you can connect people that are staying at the same hotel, and maybe organize some kind of ride share or something like that, so that you don't have to take a vehicle per family, but you can maybe fit 2 or 3 families to all go together. It's just a thought.
Fabulous. Good thought, Michelle. Are there roommates for the overnight program?
There absolutely are. How could it be a pre-college experience if you didn't have a roommate? Yes, and the way that you'll have anywhere from 1 roommate up to 4 roommates per room, and it just depends. Most of the dorms, we have a few different buildings that you will be staying in, and most of the dorms will have a bedroom that will have anywhere from 1 to 3 other roommates, and then common areas and all of that for you to be able to enjoy. So this is a college experience. So, and when you're in college, guys, that's part of the fun, is having roommates. So yes, you will have roommates.
Fabulous. Thanks, Michelle. And by the way, if you know your friends that are coming to the overnight program as well, you can submit roommate requests. That must be done before the 26th of this month. And that needs your parents and your friends' parents to send in an email to say that you two can share to Michelle, admissions@futuredocs.com, and send that confirmation in before the 26th.
And it needs to come from the parents, not from the delegate.
Absolutely. Now, there are a lot of questions here about the dance, what to wear to the dance, and what shoes are allowed. So, question one, we're going to do these rapid fire, Michelle. Are you ready?
Okay. I'll
Okay.
try. You know I'm a little long-winded sometimes. Go ahead.
Are parents allowed to come to the dance?
Absolutely.
What shoes should we be wearing every day to the Congress?
Something that's really, really comfortable, that's appropriate for business casual.
I.e., no tennis shoes and no
tennis
sneakers.
shoes, no sneakers.
But like,
and I would say no flip-flops, that kind of stuff, but something that you would wear to a business interview that would be comfortable.
absolutely. There was a bunch of there has been great questions asked. Please answer them. We're going through them. We are.
Well, what do you wear to the dance? I'll tell you all something.
Oh, yes. What do we wear to the dance?
Many of you will not have the opportunity to go back to your dorm room or to your hotel to change. And it's dance attire. You can get dressed up and all of that for it. Or you can just, the day of the dance is maybe wear something a little bit more dance attire if that's what you'd like to do, but be aware that there's not going to be the ability for you to go home and get gussied up into like a prom dress that you wore or something like that. So just wear something that would be fun to dance in, a little bit dressier because it's a dance, because it's still business casual, but something that you can really just move and have fun and be comfortable, but still be business casual.
Absolutely. Basically, no need to change, and you don't need to be up all formal and everything like that. Okay, another quick one, Michelle. For lunch and dinner breaks, can we leave and come back, or do we have to stay there the whole time?
It depends on whether or not you're overnight program or coming in with your parents. We prefer if everybody stayed there because it just makes the logistics so much easier. So much easier. If you're in the overnight program, you have to stay on campus at the Sangha Center. If you are with your parents, you do have the opportunity to be able to go and get something to eat somewhere else. But again, it's going to be a time constraint. Because we now have a relationship with the community, it's one of the things I've really enjoyed watching happen is that there are some of the different restaurants that will have outdoor seating and that you can pick up a bag of this or that or the other. So it's just kind of pick up and go as well. This is also an opportunity if you don't want to eat at the Sangha Center, you can have a cooler in your car or whatever. But what I would suggest, because just for logistics, is that you make sure that it's something that you're staying on site if you can.
Absolutely. Michelle, can we talk about parking? There are a lot of questions. I was just holding on one, and then I scrolled down, and there were like loads of questions about parking. What's the situation with parking?
Don't worry, there will be parking for all. So that's one. We have a lot of different sites around campus that we will be drawing from, and there's also a very large parking structure that is right next door to the Sangha Center. Parking will be $5 for the entire day this year. So make sure that when you get in that you hold on to your ticket and all of that, so that if you have to go and come back, that you still have your ticket for the full day. Some of them are going to be covered, others are not. So you'll be receiving an email that will give you more of a general overview of where all the different parking the lots are. And so be watching for that. It's another one of those that's going to be coming shortly before the actual Congress. So there'll be plenty of parking for all. That you may not be right connected, but there will be plenty of parking for all, $5.
Fabulous. And just so you know, again, those are all coming in the emails. All of the answers to all these questions are in the emails. So do make sure you're receiving those. Again, it's from admissions@futuredocs.com. Search your inbox. There is parking available. A lot of questions here about Uber. Yes, use Uber.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uber. If you are a first-time Uber user, if you've never used Uber, please sign up to Uber. with our code Uber Congress, one word, all lowercase, and you will get, I think it's a $10 free ride or $15 free ride. It's a bit more than the usual code. So make sure that you sign up with Uber Congress, and you'll get, you know, at least like one of your journeys or two of your journeys backwards and forwards free. So Uber Congress. Video coming about that too from Richard. He loves Uber, so please do make sure that you take advantage of that deal, especially if you haven't done that before. Okay, questions now, Michelle. Panic stations. Panic stations. Can we still verify our GPAs?
Okay. I was like, do we have panic stations?
Done by panic.
All right. You verifying your GPA. Obviously, all of you know that the date that we've asked for you to have all of that documentation in has passed, but that does not mean that you still cannot submit that documentation. One of the reasons why we have a due date like that is because it's if we got everything the day before, it'd be really hard to go through all that kind of paperwork. And so we ask that you have it in by the due date. But if you don't have it in, it's not too late. You can get it in right now. The form is actually in your Delegate Update Center, and you can print that off. Those of you who have not done it, keep in mind, we do not accept a transcript from your high school as your GPA verification. So it needs to be the form that you will find in the Delegate Update Center, which is basically you're going to have two educator, your teacher, principal, counselor, whatever, but two educators from your school that will verify that you have a minimum of 3.5 grade point average. So if you haven't done it, print it off, take it to school, because it gets kind of hard to do that if you're at a school and all of a sudden you realize that you haven't done your GPA verification and no one's at school anymore. So
perfect. I'm going to see if I can't post you a link here on the chat to the GPA verification form for anyone that's doing it. So bear with me while I'm doing that. I'm going to try and multitask. It was very difficult. A lot of questions here about Wi-Fi, Michelle. Is there Wi-Fi at the Congress Center? There
will be. Well, bring your cell phone. That's going to be, that's where you're going to get your Wi-Fi. And so just keep that. That's another reason why you need to make sure that you have your cell phone charged completely. You'll probably see that there's a couple of different Wi-Fi things that you can log on to, but they require passwords, and they're used for us to be able to run the program. So please use your cell phone as your Wi-Fi hotspot. Use your cell phone Wi-Fi. For the parents that might be coming in and bringing their laptop to be able to work off of, please make sure that your cell phone is also able to be used as a Wi-Fi hotspot, because we won't be able to give the kind of program to you guys that we need if we are clogging up all the Wi-Fi there.
Absolutely. Now I've just posted, everyone. I've just posted in there, FutureDocsNow, a GPA verification form, so you guys can download it if you need it.
Excellent.
Again, the Uber code is Uber Congress. If you were nominated by a teacher, you do not need to verify your GPA. You can, and that this form, by the way, there's questions about how you can return it. You can return it by using your iPad and taking a picture of it with a scanning document thing, you know, like the things that turn into scan. Email that to admissions@futuredocs.com. You can upload it to the Delegate Update Center, or you can fax in your GPA. Do not mail it to us. Please do not mail it to us. And in the absolute worst possible situation, you can bring it with you at the Congress. But please try and get it to us before, so that we can make sure everything's in line and everything is all set. Let me see here. For cell phones, portable chargers are a great idea. Yes, they absolutely are, Mackenzie. Do bring your Mophie or your little chargy stick or whatever it is for whatever you need. Let me see here. What if you're nominated by a teacher? No, that's fine. College credits. Yes, you can get college credit for attending the Congress. There is additional coursework that you need to complete, and you obviously do need to attend, and you absolutely must verify your GPA. For information about that, please do contact Michelle's team. But there is college credit available with additional coursework on completion of the event and on GPA verification. Is this GPA weighted or unweighted? It is either weighted or unweighted. That is no problems whatsoever. And it is current or cumulative. And that can be from the time of your nomination. Okay, so weighted or unweighted, current or cumulative, from the time of your nomination. Let me see here. How do you find out if you were nominated by a teacher? Okay, well, if your invitation said blah, blah, blah has nominated you, Mrs. Smith nominated you to attend, then you absolutely were nominated by a teacher. If you're unsure, if you can't remember what your letter said, please again reach out to the admissions office and they will be able to tell you. If you're really not sure and you just want to submit a GPA verification anyway, then you absolutely can. That's no problems whatsoever. How many people are going to be attending the Congress? Michelle, I'll let you answer that one.
This year we have about 4,000 students that will be attending. And yeah, so it's going to be, it'll be a nice group, and yeah, it'll be about 4,000 students and then parents in addition to that.
Perfect. I've just posted in this chat as well the email address to reach Michelle's team, and I'm just about to post the phone number as well. Please don't call them now because there is no one there.
That's true.
They've all gone home for the evening. But I've just posted the number there. It's 617-307-7425. They're available at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And that email address is there as well. How do you know who nominated you? Well, you can call into the admissions office and they can absolutely tell you who nominated you, how you were nominated, and how that process works. What if I did mail in the GPA form? Well, if you did mail in the GPA form, then I guess we're going to get it, but it might just take a little bit longer to get to us. That's no problems, but if you haven't already, please don't mail it. What other documentation is needed other than the GPA form? If you are enrolled in the overnight program, then we need your overnight program forms. That is an absolute must. You will not be able to check in the overnight program without those forms. So please make sure you return those. Again, all in your inbox, all in the Delegate Update Center, futuredocs.com/confirm, and also check your inbox for emails from admissions@futuredocs.com, and you'll be able to see all of those emails in there. Let me see, lots and lots of questions here. Do the parents have the same dress code, Michelle?
No. but thank you. No, but let's just try to be a good example to all of our delegates that will be there and be wearing something that's appropriate for the event.
Perfect. And I'm also just typing in here the email address to submit your GPA verification form to. It's application@futuredocs.com or admissions@futuredocs.com. Both things happen at the same time. If you email it to application, it might just happen a bit quicker, so please do send it into there. If you can't remember that email, just send it to admissions and it will get taken care of.
I need to just really quickly though, on the overnight program forms, I was just chatting with how many we have in so far, and we have less than a quarter of those forms in, and it is essential for us to be able to schedule pickups and drop-offs that we have those forms. So if you have not sent them in, you need to do so yesterday. I can't stress that enough. It needs to be in, they need to be in very, very, very soon.
Fabulous. Now, there is a question here from a mayor, I believe, about the college nomination boot camp. Okay. This is a special bonus extra program that happens on June 28th. If you are not registered, then you are not attending. If you want to register, again, please reach out to Michelle's team or send us a message on Facebook and we will get you registered. But if you are not registered, you're not attending. It is an additional day. June 28th, sorry, I'm very congested for some reason. June 28th, College Nomination Bootcamp. It is a fantastic way to enhance everything you have learned across the last 3 days and directly apply it to how your college admissions process, and emphasize how you could use all of the things you've just learned to get you into the college of your dreams. Check it out, futuredocs.com/boot-camp. futuredocs.com/boot-camp. I'm going to let Michelle talk to you a little bit about this. It's with college admissions expert Dr. Deborah Bador. Michelle, I'm going to give you all of 2 minutes to talk about this.
Deborah Bador
getting close again, and I know that your daughter has worked with Deborah. So
I absolutely adore Deborah, and Deborah is one of the nation's leading college placement advisors. She has a record of actually placing students in the college of their choice that is, as last I've heard, it is still 100% placement if she's been working with them from freshman on. She is going to give you information that is so incredibly vital to your college entrance process and getting into the college of your choice. The game has changed. And it's not the same as it was when I was in college, where if you have a really good GPA and you have a perfect attendance, that you're going to get into any college. The game has changed, and she's going to be giving you all the tricks, tools, secrets of the trade about how you can make yourself stand apart from everybody else that has a 4.0 or a 3.5 or a 3.75 grade point average.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And yes, she is second to none. I absolutely
I love her.
Well, she is just, you just want to hug her all the time. She is truly the best, and she is an absolute expert on what it is that she does. She knows everything. She knows every trick, every tip, every technique that will help you really just on your path getting into your dream school. So do check that out. I've posted the link, futuredocs.com/boot-camp. All of the information you need about College Domination Boot Camp. It's I believe it's noon until 5 p.m. on June 28th, and it's a very intensive program all about all of the things that you need to do to get into school. Again, check out that link. It'll tell you all about it. And yeah, everything you need to know is there. Okay, so I'm going to run through for the last time these last questions, and then what I want you guys to do is, if you do have any more questions, please just post them underneath this video in the comments section, and I will go through and answer those. Alternatively, send us a message on Facebook tonight and we'll get through all of those messages. Lastly, send a message to Michelle's team at admissions@futuredocs.com and they will be able to answer all of your questions. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to fire through these. Yes, business code is dress casual. Is business casual. I completely agree. That means no tennis shoes, no sneakers, no strappy tops, no t-shirts, no short shorts, no jeans, things like that. Okay, I'm going to talk about the surgery last because that is very important. Will she be at the Congress besides boot camp? Yes, Dr. Deborah Bador will be at the Congress. She'll be there for, I believe it's about 40 minutes, an hour on stage, and then she'll do some meet and greet as well. Can you speak about the closing ceremony? That's a big surprise. That is a huge surprise, but it will happen after dinner on the third day before the dance. Will the live stream be recorded and sent to us on the last day of the conference? Live stream will be available all 3 days, and bonus, yes, those will be made available to you after the event. When will we get our award? Aha! Richard will tell you all about that from the stage. You will get your award after the Congress, okay? After the Congress. It will be mailed to you. Do siblings have the same dress code? Well, if they're little tiny people, then no. I don't expect them to be wearing a jacket. But I do expect that they will all be dressed smartly and appropriately and looking like future leaders and future Nobel Prize winners. What is the deadline for filling out your delegate update center profile? Now, today.
Yesterday. Yeah.
It is May 26th. Please make sure it's done before then. Do it now. You're clearly on your computer or you're next to a device. Go to futuredocs.com/confirm. Fill it all in now. When is the award? The award ceremony is on day 3, and that's the same as the candlelit award ceremony, day 3. Okay, so after dinner. Do we need to verify our GPA? Yes, please do verify your GPA. If you were nominated to attend by one of your teachers, you do not. And again, you can go log into the Delegate Update Center /confirm, log in, and there's a tab GPA verification, and it will say verified or not verified. So check that and you'll know if it's verified or not. If your counselor faxed it in, then that's probably all good and we'll verify that. Again, check it in the Delegate Update Center. Do you have to go to the dance? No, but I would encourage you to. Let me see here. There was something really important. Okay. Now I'm going to talk very quickly about the surgery, and then, as I said, post everything in the comments section on Facebook and we'll get to all of those questions. Live surgery. Big event, big day. highlight, I just absolutely love this surgery every year. It is absolutely phenomenal. I can't tell you what it's going to be because it is a surprise, and in all honesty, I don't know at this point what it's going to be, so I definitely can't tell you. I can tell you that last year we watched a hip replacement surgery, and I can tell you the year before that we watched fibroid surgery. This year, to be determined. And also know that we have a couple of things lined up just in case something happens and we don't get one. So you will absolutely see a surgery, and it will be incredible, and it will be live on the monitors there, and there will be a doctor there. The surgeon will be walking you through, taking questions in real time, and there'll also be someone on the stage, a physician on the stage who'll be able to walk you through the surgery as well. So you'll get your questions answered in real time, you'll get walked through the operation, and you'll see it happening in front of you. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Michelle, thank you so much for giving up your time this evening. I just love doing these. They're so fun. Please do post your comments in your questions in the comments section below, and I will get to all of your questions, I promise. If not, please send a message on Facebook to FutureDocsNow, and I will answer those for you. And failing all else, you don't want to message me because whatever, then send a message to Michelle's team, admissions@futuredocs.com. Parents, if you want to give them a call, 617-307-7425. All of that information is on our website, FutureDocs.com, and all of that information, the social handles, everything that you need to go to is all there. So if you forget everything, just go there and you'll get somewhere, I promise. That's it from us. Thank you so much. Cannot wait to meet you in just a few short weeks. It's going to be an incredible, incredible, life-changing 3 days. I'll be there. Make sure you come and say hello to me, and definitely make sure you go and say hello to that lady, Michelle, and all of her team. I'm sure a lot of you know a lot of the people there that you've already spoken to. Can't wait to meet each and every single one of you. Safe travels to Lowell, and we will see you on June 25th. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thanks, bye.
Thanks, bye.